What's the name of the piece?
That was Someday My Prince Will Come.
Walt Disney. Billy Taylor, my goodness. Musician, educator, PhD, author, broadcaster, Peabody, an Emmy Award winner, and I probably left out about 10 or 12. Couldn't find out what you really wanted to do? Or?
Well, I had to try a lot of things, to see what would work out.
Well, you were a master at all.
Well, I went right back to the first thing that I always did, which was play the piano. So,
Talk about the early days when you left Virginia and you went to New York City, Minton's.
yeah.
What was that like?
Well, I was very lucky. I went to New York on a Friday night and went to Minton's, and in those days you could jam. I sat around all night waiting for my turn to play because there were a lot of piano players who wanted to play too. I look up and one of my idols, Ben Webster, was in. I said, oh, wow, I really wanted to play now, but the band is, everybody's around. I get an 8-bar here and an 8-bar there, something. So he kept getting closer and closer to the piano, and he came over and kind of looked over my shoulder. And so after the set, he said, I didn't really get to hear very much of what you. Why don't you come down to my club? I like what I heard. So, because I told him had just come in town. And he said, I'll give you an audition, see what you. So the third night I was in town, I had a job working on 52nd Street.
Amazing. Now, that's a first for New York City.
Really?
You played a lot of places in those early days, and you were the house pianist at Birdland?
Yeah, that was a wonderful experience. I got to play literally with everybody that I ever wanted to play with. I mean, that was the place of choice for jazz musicians at that time. And so I got to play opposite Ellington, opposite Basie. My first job there at Birdland was with Charlie Parker and strings, and I had never worked with Bird. I'd jammed with him, but I mean, it was just, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. I mean, everything was just wonderful. Really.
That's the way to go to New York. So there must have been some early influences in your playing.
Oh yeah, well, the biggest influence on me was Art Tatum. I mean, my uncle Robert played an Art Tatum record. I wanted to know who those two guys were.
Right. Art and Tatum.
Yeah, really. Because I had never heard anyone play that cleanly and play all of the things that were going on at that time. So I wanted to play like that. Actually, the first job I got on 52nd Street, working with Ben Webster, opposite Art Tatum. Tatum was the headliner of that show. So I asked Art, when I got to know him a little better, I said, how was that first night when I was playing? He said, it was fast. It's the best thing you can say about it.
Jazz musicians use just about any song to improvise, but there's also the old standards. You and I have done some jobs together, and you always pull out those old gems, and you come up with a new approach to it. Give us a demonstration.
Okay.
Billy Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. It's all yours.